What are we trying to do here is we are trying to have an overview, a kind of an overview. What is a TM thing, architecture and the master data or the order management and the planning. And this is what the main topics that what we have discussed in detail. Now, however, when we are trying to perform these kind of an activities, you indeed needs to understand what kind of the scenarios which we are trying to have it. Because as we see that we are talking about two different scenarios. Okay. So what is a shipper and what is an LSP? I believe that is really clear for us, everyone, right? Hello?
A shipper is that manufacturer who is sending the material to customer, and LSP owns his own fleet.
Who could be his own fleet or who is managing the customer's own indeed. Yeah. So in both the scenarios, indeed, we are trying to have this a shipper concept here now. Okay, now when I'm trying to have this particular shipper scenario in place, now what are the things I would be requiring indeed? The very first thing is some kind of an organizational data that I would be requiring. Agreed, everyone? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. So when I talk about anything of an organizational data, what kind of an organizational data I would be requiring, because we indeed require a few kind of an setup. So the data from the ECC perspective, I mean, from because we are talking about an embedded landscape indeed. So we might be requiring from the S4 ERP side, we would require some set of an organizational data, and as well as from the transportation management as well, right? Agreed, guys? Yes, indeed. So let's talk about the basic organizational data, what we would be requiring from a shipper perspective. Let's assume that what kind of an organizational data that we require, guys? Anyone? Can someone help me out? Anyone, guys?
Like this sales organization, division.
Go ahead. It's okay. Whatever it is, we'll try to list it out and we'll try to understand the significance of it. Why? Because what is the purpose of having a sales organization and what is the purpose of having a purchasing organizations? First, we need to understand that, right? So let's try to get into those details now. So can someone list me out an organizational data? What we really require here, guys? Can someone tell me that? Hello? Please.
Yes, I think shipping point is the main one, right? So shipping point would be required.
That's it.
Plant shipping point.
Okay. Go ahead. No worries, guys. Go ahead. I'm just trying to make you understand what is a kind of an organizational data we would be requiring. First, do we require a company code, company and a company codes? And we would be requiring a plant.
Yes.
And we would be requiring your purchasing organizations. And we would be requiring your sales organizations. I'm so sorry. Sales organizations. And we would be requiring your shipping points.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And what else? List it out, man. Nice. And then within these purchasing organizations, we also require a purchasing groups, right? And within the sales organizations, again, we'll have something called as a sales division.
Yeah, sales area, you can put it as a.
Yeah, put it as a sales area, just for our understanding. Okay. And what else, man? Tell me. If in case if we are having some kind of an EWM or maybe a warehouse managing again, then we'll be having some kind of an EWM managed org data. That's a different story. Don't worry about that. Next, what else do you require?
TPP, transportation planning point.
Loading groups and unloading groups and other stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and so these are some kind of. I'm sorry, what was that?
Ship to party details. Who's the customer destination like that?
No, I was only talking about an organizational data. Okay, I'm not talking about a master data or maybe of some other things here. Okay, So first, let me just only focus on few of the organizational data. What even the shipping point also will not come here, but still, I'm just trying to figure it out. What are we trying to do as a part of an organization now? Okay, everyone. Okay, so indeed, what are we trying to do here? We are trying to understand how this particular thing, indeed, what does that mean? Wait, let me just not sure whether I think my screen is lost or
Yeah.
come on. This is so strange. When I jump out of this one, I don't know why I lost this because I'm trying to share another PPT. Okay, this is what I've listed down so far, right? When I talk about an organizational data, a company code or a sales or a purchasing organizations or a planning or an execution groups, or maybe a forwarding houses and the sales and other information. So all these things, whatever we have, we can do it. Agreed, everyone. Now, what is the significance of this particular one? Like, for example, what kind of significance we would be requiring here? Can someone tell me? What
You
is
want to say the first company code, right? You are asking
yeah,
about the company code, the first part, correct?
the basics? I'm not getting into that. Okay. What could be the significance for having this in place, like a company code? What does it do, and where do we are having it?
Company code
Anyone?
is a financial entity, right? So basically,
Exactly.
yes,
So in order to have your financial entries to maintain, okay, those are the ones which we would be doing it there, indeed, right?
yes.
So now let me just show you now, indeed. So each and every organizational data element, guys, in the transportation management, we had some kind of a significance. For example, in our org element, for example, for the company code, we would be having the significance in your transportation charge management. In order to have your financial entries to other things and all, we would be requiring it. But indeed, in the transportation management perspective, we mainly focus on this organizational data, whatever I've highlighted in this presentation, like such as your sales organizations or your purchasing organizations or your planning and execution group and all these things. Okay. Now, hereby, what is the significance of having the sales? Now, what does this sales do? Anyone? What kind of an understanding we do have it?
Sales.
Selling the product to customer.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Good. You're in the right direction. Yes.
Selling the product to customer.
Means indeed means okay. Now, why we need to use a purchasing organizations and as well as a sales organizations in the transportation management then, and why it is mainly used for your forwarding orders, or maybe why the purchasing organizations is being used for your freight orders or maybe for your freight bookings? What is the significance out of it? Tell me.
Sales organization is a selling entity, right? And I mean, when you say as a forwarding order, right? So basically, the forwarding, I mean, the freight cost would be added in the, or the, it would be billed to the forwarder, right? Whatever the charges is going to happen is basically the outbound process. And the purchasing is exactly opposite to that, right? I mean, whatever the product is being.
Perfect. The purchasing is oppositely in the sense, what kind of an purchasing we'll be doing it here then?
Actually, yeah, I'm sorry. Sriram, actually is two things. One is the revenue part, one is the payment part. Account receivable, account payment. Whenever his account payment will come, that is purchase. Whenever the receivable is coming, that can be sales.
Okay. So okay, let's stick to that point now. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to do here, let's try to have one flow diagram. Okay. So I'll have a sales order here. Okay. and against a sales order, we will create an outbound delivery, right? This is a standard flow. Agreed?
Correct. Yes.
And against this outbound delivery, what we do, guys, now? Tell me. Let's talk about a shipment processing itself.
Picking, packing goods session, probably the shipment creation with this.
Exactly. Pick,
pack,
then ship it, right?
Yes.
Then we do the perform the PGI for this, right?
Yes, goods issue would be done and
then
billing.
what you do? That's it.
Yes.
Any other things here? Any new things will come up?
Yes. In ACC part, we'll coming to ACC part. We have to do it shipment cost creation.
So this is our standard way of our outbound delivery working in the system. Agreed, guys? Everyone, like the traditional way of working. Now let's come to the transportation way of working. We'll create the same way of sales order. We will have your outbound delivery, but when we are planning, okay, now here comes the major part, whether we need to have the transportation planning needs to be done either at a sales order level or either at an outbound delivery level. You're getting my point? Yes, no, yes.
No,
guys?
No, Sriram. I mean,
okay, indeed. So after you pick, pack, you ship it, and then you plan your transportation, or when do you plan your transportation here? Tell me, normally. At what level?
While doing the outbound.
While doing
creating outbound delivery.
Exactly. While creating the outbound delivery itself, will upfront have a kind of a planning that what kind of a vehicle is required or what kind of a resource. Basically, in transportation management, we'll call them as a resource masters. Okay, I'll be using the same. So we'll be finding out what are the resources available for us, and based on that, we'll plan it. Agreed, everyone? Yes, no, yes, guys?
Yes.
Okay, this is a traditional way. Okay, then what happens here then? Okay, we will plan and we'll do the carrier selection, everything, picking, packing, everything was done and the goods are delivered and we use some carrier here. Okay, now once the goods are delivered, what is the next action we are going to do here? Guys, we need to settle them, right?
Yes.
We need to settle the carrier, right? Because we have to pay for him, right? He will not do it for a free of cost for us, right? Everyone, am I making it clear? Now, here,
yes,
if you try to understand here, guys, what are we trying to do now? We are indeed purchasing the transportation services. Am I right? Am I making it right? Clear or not? Everyone?
Yes.
What are we trying to do here? Because I don't have my own fleet, guys. For example, okay, being in a Bosch or maybe a Wipro, I don't have my own fleet. Then what I have to do? I have to approach to a person who is providing me a services, a third-party carriers, and then I'm buying their services. What services I'm buying indeed? A transportation services I'm purchasing from them. You got my point? Everyone, first thing, what are we doing here? I'm purchasing it, guys, right? What I'm purchasing? I'm purchasing the transportation one, right?
Correct. Carrier is a vendor for us. I mean,
exactly. Carrier is always my vendor for me. Then what I'm trying to do here, I'm purchasing. That's the reason we would require a purchase organizations. All right.
Correct.
Everyone, please let me know, guys, if you're not clear. This is the fundamental things which you need to understand. Okay. So that is the reason behind.
Can you repeat one more time?
So when creating your organizational elements, guys, we indeed need to make sure that what is our company code and what is our sales organizations and what is our purchase organizations, and where are we using this sales organizations and where are we using this purchasing organizations. In which scenarios these are relevant for us. Now, when I'm talking about my sales organizations or purchasing organizations, first I'm talking about the purchase organizations, where I'll be using this. Indeed, I'll be using them in the freight order or maybe in the freight booking, where I'm purchasing some services from a certain carriers. Agreed? That is what I've mentioned here now. Clear?